It Comes at Night is the latest movie from Trey Edward Shults, the man who did Krisha, a movie I reviewed earlier on in my channel's history. There'll be a link to it at the end of the video if you want to go and check that out. I thought that was a great movie, and it made me interested immediately in whatever this guy was going to do next, because he had a certain visual style about himself. And even in his first feature, even though it was a first feature, it was polished. It looked exquisite. It had some nice touches, some unique camera movements that I absolutely loved the way he was playing with the medium. The fact that he was doing a horror next really excited me, because I'm a huge fan of that genre. When the reviews came out for It Comes at Night, they were a little bit either love it or hate it, which kind of put me on edge, but I think it's down to the trailer. Now, after seeing the movie, I went and checked out the trailer, and I can see where the problem lies. This paints the movie as a typical horror movie, and it's anything but. It's a psychological thriller at heart, and it's about creating an atmosphere, creating a mood, creating a small story, not enticed with the larger world round about it, but just focusing on the small story and this small group of people. So the basic story is about Joel Edgerton's family. He is living in this house with his son and his wife, and recently they've just had to put down the grandpa because he seems to have a virus that's taken over the world. We only get little nuggets of knowledge. They don't know everything, and that's fine. They shouldn't. So we only know what they know. And then as things transpire, they meet another family, and they allow that family to come in and live in their home. They have all these rules to make sure that the virus doesn't get in, doesn't take hold of anybody, quarantine levels and things like that. They always take extreme care to make sure that this virus is kept as far away from their family as possible. But with the inclusion of this new family into this environment, things start to get a little bit twisted, they get a little bit turned. People start to look at each other just a little bit differently. There's not that trust there that there once was. There's always that little bit of on edge and don't trust anybody other than blood, as Joel Edgerton character said several times throughout the movie. This is a measured piece of filmmaking. Everything seems to have been thought out, and it's quite happy to take its time on shots. It'll have slow, lingering, mesmerising shots as it creeps down a corridor towards a door or through the dark woods. It's creating a mood, creating an atmosphere, and I really like the fact that they actually take the time to make this small story and just imbue it with all this texture. The performances across the board are excellent. Nobody sticks out as someone that can't do their job. They're all excellent. They all give across these performances. They make you believe that they're believable characters. These are fully fledged people. People that we can buy, people we can see the machinations behind what they're doing, why they're doing them. And that's excellent, and it builds up these characters from the start before slowly rising the tension, slowly twisting the knife a little bit, and I really like that about this movie. Although there was some down points. For a 90-minute movie, it dragged ever so little, and the fact that these characters were just kind of just floating around this house, there wouldn't seem to be a greater story arc at play, or not one that I noticed anyway on first watch. I liked It Comes at Night. I didn't like it as much as Krisha, which I thought was a terrific entry. It doesn't mean it's a bad movie. It's still a very good, very well made movie that I would recommend checking out if you're into your psychological horrors. If you want a typical bloodbath, slaughter, deaths every minute, this isn't going to be for you. If you want to be inserted into a mood, an atmosphere, enjoyable performances, and watch it kind of come together and pick out the story arcs, then this is a movie for you. It leaves on a sort of, I don't think ambiguous ending, but other people around about me seem to have trouble with it. But I think all the pieces are there for you to make up your mind as well. And I think it's a full story encapsulated with some really nice photography, some really terrific camera work again and yet again. Even though I don't think this was as good as Krisha, I can't wait to see what he does next. I think he's definitely one to watch. Did you see It Comes at Night? What did you think of it? But did you go in expecting just a typical blood-soaked horror movie? And did this kind of surprise you in a good way or a bad way? Let me know in the comment box below, and I will see you next time on Man vs. Film.